Hi, this is Antonio Galimberti from AG Languages. Thank you very much for being here. Again, my name is Antonio Galimberti, and I'm very happy to be here with you today. What are we going to do today? Today we have class number 60. 60 classes, almost every week for more than a year. Yes, and thank you for being right there. Today it's about suggestions and responses. And the context is, or we are going to be talking about art, all right? Art and making suggestions when we want to go out with our friends and maybe we don't have plans, but we have some ideas in mind. So you want to make a suggestion, you can use should, let's, the simple present. We will review the simple past as well, and we will have a mega review when we get to the writing part of this class. And also, as usual, we will describe 4 pictures to practice test-taking strategies, especially for taking international exams. And also, we will develop this card in which there are instructions for carrying out speaking task while taking an international exam. And also we have this paragraph with 143 words, class 60, to review many of the things that we have been talking about in the past weeks. And here, vocabulary for plans with your friends and suggestions about activities to do related to art and music, and vocabulary using phonetic symbols. If you want English classes online, please send us a message, visit our website, send us an email. And remember that we offer services for all levels, all ages, and all needs. Thank you very much, Mayra Bracho, one of our students. She very kindly took some pictures in New York and also in Florida, right, with one of our flyers there. Thank you, Maida. And thank you for following us on Instagram, on TikTok, and for leaving your comments, for interacting with our content there. And at the end of the class, we're going to have a Q&A section. So if you have any questions about the things I will be talking about during this class, please leave your comments and questions there if you are watching this class live. So let's start with a speaking class. Are you ready? I am ready. Yes, so here we go. Hi, this is Antonio Galimberti. This is speaking class number 60. What is the class about? This class is about suggestions and responses, especially when you want to make plans with your friends and you have no idea about what to do and you're thinking about art, music, visiting places. So this is some of the grammar we will be reviewing. The simple present is let's and should. And these are phrases that you can learn to make suggestions. For example, if you want to go to a concert, how can you say that to your friends? You can ask questions like, how about going to a concert? How about is the phrase that you have to memorize. Going is the verb, but it's not a verb in base form. It is a verb that finishes in ing. So how about going to a concert? Why don't we go to a concert? That is the other way in which you can make a suggestion. Then the third way is, should we go to a concert? Right? So number one, how about plus a verb in ing. Why don't we plus a verb in base form? Should we plus a verb in base form and then a complement? How about going? Why don't we go? Should we go? But these 3 are questions. What about statements? You can use let's, and you make give your idea or your comments on the things that you want to do with your friends. No, let's go to a concert. Let's go to a concert. Let's and a verb in base form, right? Let's go to a concert, just like that. You can change orange right there and put the verb that you want, as long as you are using a complement that goes along with that verb, right? So next, this is how you can answer after receiving a suggestion, right? So Good. Great. Sounds interesting. It sounds interesting. Sounds good. It sounds good. Good idea. That's a good idea. So, useful vocabulary to reply when somebody makes a suggestion, right? Good. Great. Sounds interesting. It sounds interesting. Sounds good. It sounds good. Good idea. That's a good idea. But if you don't like the idea, what do you say? I don't feel like doing that. Look at that. I don't feel like, and then a verb in ing. I don't feel like doing that. I don't really feel like doing that. You have an intensifier right before the verb. Really, right before feel, so that the message is stronger. I don't really feel like doing that. Now, number 3. That doesn't sound very good. That doesn't sound very good. Yes, or it doesn't sound very good, or no thanks. So this is how you can say no. I don't like your suggestion. Now we're gonna use these test taking strategies we're gonna use the things that we have been discussing uh, to develop test-taking strategies for international exams such as the Pearson English International Certificate. And here, when you take this exam, they give you a task like the one that you can see right there on the screen. And this task comes with a card, and the card has instructions on what to say, what to do, what to ask, what to respond, right? To put a conversation together. So let's read the situation. This is the situation. Imagine you are talking to a friend on the phone about weekend plans. Your partner is your friend. He will ask you questions and make comments. Nice. So this is the description of what you have to do. But how are you going to address this? Well, this is about giving suggestions and also responding to suggestions. And for that, you need specific phrases, specific grammar. You can use should, let's, or the simple present. And we have it right there. So let's go through it. It says, answer the phone. Ask your friend how he is. Tell him you don't really feel like doing that. Give a reason. Suggest an activity. Agree on your partner's proposal on the day and time. Suggest a place. Tell him that you can pick him up. Nice. This is super good. So now we're going to put this or turn it into a conversation. And we have two people having a conversation here. Person 1 is light blue, and person 2 or person B, person A is light blue, and person B is yellow. So, light blue 1, hey, this is John on the phone. Yellow 1, hi John, how are you? Light blue 2, I'm good. Let's go to the movies this weekend. Yellow 2, I don't really feel like doing that. Light blue 3, really? But you love movies. Yellow 3, I do, but my eyeglasses are broken. I wouldn't enjoy the movie without wearing them. Light blue 4, oh, I see. Sorry to hear that. Yellow 4, it's okay. Why don't we eat out? That's a suggestion. And light blue 5, that sounds much better. Oh, there's a mistake here. There's a mistake here. Yes, there's the mistake. Now it's better. It says that sounds much better than going to the movies. That sounds much better than going to the movies. Is Sunday at 1 p.m. okay for you? Now, number 5, it is. It is. Number 6, let's invite Anna too. Number 6, yellow. Sure, how about going to the Chinese restaurant at Mega Plaza? I can pick you up. 7, light blue. Good idea. Thanks. Nice. So here we have a conversation in which we are using expressions and grammar and vocabulary to make suggestions and also to respond to suggestions, right? Light blue, number 2, let's go. You have let's plus go, the verb in base form. Number 6, let's invite. Let's plus invite, a verb in base form. Now, yellow, number 2, I don't really feel like doing that. I don't really feel like doing that. I don't really feel like doing that. You have I don't really feel like and then a verb in ing doing. Number 4, why don't we eat out? Why don't we eat out? You have why don't we and plus a verb in base form. Number 6, how about going? How about going? You see, how about plus a verb in ing. So here this conversation has examples of phrases, vocabulary, grammar that you can use to make suggestions. Let's, I don't really feel like, why don't we, how about, I don't really feel like, to respond to suggestions. Now, we have the A2 Key Cambridge exam here. And when you take this exam, they give you 4 pictures so that you can write a story based on the pictures. This is the story of John and the things that he did in the past and related to art and music. All right. And in order to talk about past events, you have to use the simple past. So here in the first picture, we see something that looks like a play, right? At a theater. Then we see an art exhibit, right? And then we also see probably a concert and a movie. So what's the story about? Let's see. Number 1, John went to a musical 4 weeks ago. Subject, John. Verb, went. Okay, went. The verb is go, but went is in the past. Number 2, the musical was amazing. Subject, the musical. Verb, was. The verb to be in the past. Number 3, there were a lot of actors on stage wearing elaborate costumes. And you have their word to talk about existence in the past, and your subject is a lot of actors. Nice. Now, for the second picture, 3 weeks ago, that's your time reference, and there's a comma because you have the time reference right at the beginning of the sentence. 3 weeks ago, he went to an art exhibition downtown. Subject, he, verb, went. Number 2, paintings were about life during the early 20th century. Subject, the paintings, verb, were in the past. The verb to be, were in plural for they, right? Number 3, there weren't many people at the art museums. There weren't many people at the art museums. There weren't to talk about existence, and many people, that's your subject. Cool. And 2 weeks ago, time expression at the very beginning, he went to a concert. Subject he, verb went. Original or the base form of the verb is go. In the past, went. Good. Number 2, the show included musicians from all over the world. Subject, the show. Verb, included. That is in the past. This is a regular verb. That is why you see the verb in ed at the end, or it has ed at the end. Number 3, he didn't pay anything because it was a free concert. Regular verb, he didn't pay. Subject, he didn't, negative, pay, the action. And when you have the auxiliary for the past, for the simple past, your auxiliary is didn't, then the verb that comes right after the auxiliary is in base form, all right? You don't have to change it because you have the auxiliary. Then it was a free concert. Subject, it, verb, was. Awesome. Next, last weekend, time referenced, comma, he watched a movie at a local movie theater. He watched. Okay, so subject he, verb watched. The verb is in simple past, ed at the end, because you are talking about past events. Number 2, it was an old movie from the 60s. Subject, it, verb, was. Awesome. Original verb or the verb in dictionary form is the verb to be. In the past, was. Number 3, he enjoyed both the movie and his friend's company. Subject, he, verb, enjoyed. Beautiful. Regular, that's it. That's why it finishes in ed. If you want to watch the whole class, please visit aglanguages.com. You can watch more videos also there. Visit our blog, aglanguages.com/blog, and you will be able to read articles in English and Spanish about learning English and teaching English. Are you interested in online English classes? Please visit our website www.aglanguages.com. Send us an email at info@aglanguages.com or send us a WhatsApp message. We teach English for all levels, all ages, and all needs. Thank you very much, Mayra Bracho, one of our students living in the US, for the nice pictures that you got for us. Thank you very much. And thank you for interacting with all the content that we have on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Please leave your comments, leave your questions about this class, and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, also on LinkedIn, Facebook, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Are you ready for the next part of the class? Yes, awesome. We have a writing class right now. This is writing class number 60. Are you ready? Yes, I am ready. So it has been 60 weeks sharing English for free with Aegis audience. Nice. Hi, welcome to this writing class. What is the class about? Well, first of all, this is class number 60. And this class has to do with writing a paragraph like this titled "A Place for Art and Music Lovers." This is class 60, and this paragraph has 143 words. What is the objective of the class? We're going to be writing about suggestions. Let's say that you want to visit my place, you want to visit my city, so you need suggestions about what places to visit, especially if you love art, if you love music. So in order to do that, we have to review specific grammar, and the paragraph we're going to write today is very special. Why? Because we're going to include as many grammar items as we can. This is a review from many of the classes that we have had so far. Remember, this is class number 60, so there's a lot of information to review. What do you have to do? I will be reading the paragraph, and what you have to do is to follow along and try to identify vocabulary and grammar that we need to give suggestions. All right. If I want you to visit my place, I can give you suggestions, recommendations on the places that you can visit. So we need specific grammar for that. And also, while I'm reading the paragraph, please try to identify as many different grammar items as you can based on previous classes. All right, or related to previous classes. Remember, this is class 60, so there's a lot to review, a lot to talk about. But let's focus on suggestions. A place for art and music lovers. Class 60, words 143. If you love art and music, you should visit Kennedy Park in Miraflores. First of all, there are always good public art exhibits throughout the year. They are usually photography or painting exhibitions. The topics are varied. They go from cell phone photography to paintings on environmental issues. In addition to that, there are artists in the park who make drawings of portraits at an affordable price. You only have to give them a photograph of a loved one and wait for some minutes to get an artistic black and white pencil drawing. And if you love music, you can enjoy live performances played by the local municipal orchestra on weekend evenings at the park's amphitheater. The music is so good that it makes people dance right there in the middle of the amphitheater. Therefore, if you are an art and music lover, don't miss Kennedy Park. Nice. So don't miss Kennedy Park. Nice. So what can we say about this paragraph? It has an introductory sentence and a concluding sentence. So both sentences are connected. The first one talks about love if you love art and music. The second one talks about being an art and music lover. The first one mentions visiting Kennedy Park, and the last one mentions don't missing. Or don't miss. I mean, encourages not to miss Kennedy Park. So what can we say a bit about these two sentences? Both the first one and the last one, the opening sentence and the closing sentence, have similar ideas. Okay, why? Because the first one is introducing the topic, and the last one is wrapping it up. So that is something that you can do every time that you write a paragraph. You should have a topic sentence, a sentence that introduces the topic or the whole paragraph and tells you what the paragraph is going to be about, and a sentence that concludes the paragraph, and it just says like, this is how we finish and close the whole idea we have been discussing. So an introduction and a conclusion, and similar elements in each statement. And then here, this is some of the grammar that we need to highlight today. For example, at the very beginning, we have you should visit. You should visit. If you want to make suggestions, if you want to give your recommendations, you need a subject. You should, the modal verb, and visit, a verb in base form. You can also use imperatives. That's what you see in yellow number 2. Don't miss. Don't miss. That's an imperative. Here you're telling me that there's something I shouldn't do. So don't miss. Suggestions. Should, imperatives. Nice. And here we have examples of the simple present. In light blue, we use the simple present to talk about facts, things that are true, things that always happen. And let's focus on light blue first. Then we will see yellow and orange. Okay, simple present. You love. Subject you, verb love. Next, they are. Subject they, verb are. Next, the topics are. Subject the topics, verb are. Next, they go. Subject they, verb go. Next, who make. This is a relative clause, and you have a relative pronoun who, and then you have a verb make. And you have who that refers back to artists, right? And you have make that is conjugated accordingly. Then the music is subject the music, verb is, then subject it, makes, conjugated makes. You have s there because this is third person singular. It makes. Then you are. Subject you, verb are. Now, what about yellow? Yellow has a modal-like expression, have to, have to. You use have to in the simple present to talk about necessity, to express that something is necessary. You have to. You only have to give, you only have to wait. You only have to give, you only have to wait. So you only have to, and then a verb in base form, right? In this case, give and then wait. Correct? To express necessity. If you want to express possibility, you can use can. You can enjoy. Of course, you can use can to talk about ability and other things, but in this paragraph, this can is about possibility. You can enjoy. Subject you can, modal verb, enjoy, the verb in base form. Here, we are reviewing conditionals. All right, so a conditional or a sentence that has a conditional has two clauses. First, the clause, the dependent clause with a condition, and then the independent clause with a result. Light blue here has the condition, and orange here has the result. So look at the condition. If you love art and music, that is the condition. What is the result? You should visit Kennedy Park in Miraflores. Nice. Next condition. If you love music, result. You can enjoy live performances played by the local municipal orchestra on weekend evenings at the park's amphitheater. Next condition. If you are an art and music lover, result. Don't miss Kennedy Park. Nice. So you see, condition in light blue and result in orange. But every single conditional clause starts with if. And if you start with a conditional clause, if, then you need a comma. Okay, you need a comma in the middle of the two or between the two clauses. Now, how do you express existence in English? there are. For plural, for singular, there is. Look at these examples. There are always good public art exhibits. There are, to express existence, and then your subject. In this case, exhibits, right? Then there are artists. There are, to express existence, artists, the subject. Here, prepositions. Look at the examples of prepositions. In Miraflores, place. Throughout the year, time. Throughout the year. From cell phone photography to paintings. From to. From to. Next, in the park. Location. At an affordable price. Memorize the phrase, the preposition at. For some minutes. For a preposition. Duration, right? For some minutes. On weekend evenings, preposition on, preposition of time, or then at the park's amphitheater. So you have a preposition of place, at. In the middle of the amphitheater, you have a preposition of place, but in this case it is not a word, it is a phrase. In the middle of, in the middle of. Nice. We have reviewed prepositions as well, and we have transitioning phrases and words like first of all, in addition to that, and therefore. If you use these words and phrases, you will be able to write better paragraphs. If you want to write a paragraph like this one, you can organize your ideas in a graphic organizer like the one you see on the screen. This graphic organizer has been divided into 3 parts, and you have exhibits, artists, and music. So you can try to brainstorm as many ideas as possible. You write them down right there, and then you will be able to put them together into a nice paragraph like the one that you can see here. 3 ideas, 3 main ideas about a place for art and music lovers. Class 60, words 143, 3 supporting details. If you want to watch the whole class, visit aglanguages.com. You will find more videos there too. And please visit our blog, aglanguages.com/blog. And if you are interested in online English classes, visit our website, send us an email, or send us a WhatsApp message. We teach English for all levels, all ages, and all needs. Thank you very much by Mayra Bracho, one of our students living in the US. She very kindly took those 2 pictures for us. And thank you for following us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and for interacting with our content. We really appreciate it. If you have any questions or any comments, leave your comments and questions right there. And please follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, on LinkedIn, and on Facebook. And of course, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Are you ready for the next part of the class? Yes. What do we have here? We have a vocabulary and pronunciation class. This is class number 60. Ready? I am ready. Yes, I am. Here we go. Welcome. Hi, my name is Antonio Galimberti. Welcome to this vocabulary and pronunciation class. This is class number 60. What is the class about? About suggestions. How to make suggestions using key vocabulary. We will focus on useful vocabulary to make suggestions. And if you have watched the whole class, you probably remember that we can use let's. And after let's, we use a verb in base form, watch. Let's watch, let's go, let's look. Let's watch, let's go, let's look. Very easy if you want to make a suggestion. Let's imagine that you and your friends are making plans for this weekend on what you can do, guys, together. And you are thinking about art, music, shows, events. So if you have a recommendation, a suggestion, you can use let's. And right after let's, you use a verb in base form. Okay, if you want more information about it, watch the whole class. But now, in this video, we're going to focus on let's plus a verb in base form. Example, watch a movie, watch a play, watch a dance performance. So you have watch plus this complement. Watch a, watch a, watch a. Watch a movie, watch a play, watch a dance performance. More vocabulary. Look at. Okay, you are at a museum and you are looking at stuff. Look at a drawing. Look at a painting. Look at a statue. Look at a photograph. Look at a drawing. Look at a painting. Look at a statue. Look at a photograph. Nice. And go in, you want to go to places, go to events, go to a, go to a, go to a, go to a, go to a concert, go to an exhibition, go to a play, go to a dance performance. Look at all the options that you have. Go to a, go to a, go to a, go to a concert, go to an exhibition, go to a play, go to a dance performance. Nice vocabulary. Now let's pay attention to pronunciation a little bit more, and we will use phonetic symbols from the Merriam-Webster dictionary. For example, look at this word. It has 5 letters and 3 sounds. You write it with A, you pronounce it with O. Watch. It can be watch or watch. Okay, so 3 sounds, even though it has 5 letters. This one has 4 letters, but it has 3 sounds, only 3 sounds. You write it 3 sounds. You write it with double O, but the pronunciation is with U. Look, look. Next one, 2 letters, 2 sounds. You write it with O, the pronunciation is with O. Go. Next one, you write it with 11 letters, but you pronounce it with 10 sounds. It has 3 syllables. Performance. Performance. Nice. Next, it has 7 letters and it has 5 sounds. You write it with A, you pronounce it with O. Draw. Drawing. Drawing. Nice. Next one, 8 letters and 6 sounds. Pronunciation A with a hat. Painting. Painting. Nice. 6 letters, 5 sounds, 2 syllables. The first syllable is the stressed syllable. In the first vowel, or in the first syllable, you have a, sta, and in the second syllable you have oo, statue, statue. Next, 10 letters, 8 sounds, 3 syllables. The first syllable is the stressed syllable. It has O with a hat. O. Then you have A in the second syllable and A in the third syllable. Photograph. Photograph. Number 9, 7 letters, 7 sounds, 2 syllables. You have O when you write it, you have A when you pronounce it, and you have E when you write it, but you have A when you pronounce it in the second syllable. Pronunciation, concert, concert, concert. Number 10, 10 words, 9 sounds, 4 syllables. And the pronunciation, exhibition, exhibition. First you have A, then you have O, then you have E, and then you have O. Exhibition, exhibition. Nice. If you want to watch the whole video, visit aglanguages.com and visit our blog, please, aglanguages.com/blog. You will find a lot of information there, articles in English and in Spanish. And if you are interested in online English classes, visit our website, send us an email, send us a WhatsApp message. And remember that we offer services for all levels, all ages, and all needs. Thank you very much, Mayra Bracho, one of our students living in the US. He took these very nice pictures for us. And if you're visit our content on social media and interact with it. Thank you very much to our followers. And if you have comments and questions, please leave your comments and leave your questions. And follow us, please, on Instagram, on TikTok, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Do you have any questions about today's class? No questions, and no problem. Leave your questions there, okay? There's a place for comments and questions. I will be answering your questions. Today, the class was about suggestions and responses, class number 60. And we reviewed things like should, let, simple present, simple past, and we also had a mega review. Please visit our website for more information and for more videos. Thank you very much for being here, and see you next class, class number 61. Bye-bye.